My name is Anand Arora. I'm head of products and technology for a company called Cadence Infotech. We are an IT software development company and based out of Gurugram. And we're a team of like 25 passionate software developers and project managers who are actually trying to build something exciting for the education sector, primarily related to the digital transformation and the artificial intelligence field. We have right now built more than around 8 to 10 software products like learning management solutions, CRMs, ERP, fees and billing solutions, customized operational workflow management solution, as well as even some small HR products like a product like a teacher hiring platform where traditionally the way teachers are hiring is basically based on a panel based approach, that there are 4 or 5 panels who have to hire, give a different kind of feedback for teachers. So for a client, we solved that problems and we found out that that product was actually required by so many people. So we actually created a platform just for teacher hiring. So we keep on building small platforms and small use cases. And then we have our own ERP, which is basically a chassis-based platform. We actually have used the approach which Dell used for the laptops. Like before Dell, if you have to buy a computer, you will have to buy an entire computer. Like Apple, you have to buy, it's a whatever GB RAM or whatever GB space, you'll have to buy Apple and you have to use Apple. Dell revolutionized that by saying, you know what, we'll build whatever you want. You want a small speed, slow speed, we'll give you a slow speed. You want higher RAM, higher speed, more space. That is the same approach what we are doing for the software. So whatever feature you want to develop, it's based on a Lego block approach. So give you a platform, you keep on adding your Lego blocks on it. So that is how basically we work. We will actually have details on the presentation, but some of the things that I am really passionate about and wanted to talk about was with the advent of artificial intelligence, AI, a lot of schools and colleges are now deciding to, really adopt AI in their, operations and also in content generation in their regular operations. So what we have observed over past year is that software literally becomes like a presentation layer these days. Because if you have to make a software, it's like a PowerPoint approach. You have a data, that is the real thing. So the way we do is, you should always have your data, which has been there like even pre-digitalization, you will have your data in like paper format. Once you have that base ready, you should ask the software provider, hey, you know what, this is the presentation I want on that data. So software is never I don't consider software as an asset, because software is always a presentation layer over your asset, which is data. And now it comes to the stage of Gen AI, which is basically the latest thing going on, Chat GPT, Llama, Google Gemini and all, which is taking it to a further next level, which is saying that, you know what, you have data, you have a lot of data and you want to generate more data. You want to generate more courses, you want to generate more analysis basis the current interactions that you have, like student scores, students evaluation, etc. I'm going to give an easier way for you to do that. You don't have to spend hours analyzing that data and creating reports. I am going to do it very easily for you, and I am going to just ask you what you need and we are going to create it. Now, it sounds very easy that, what I'm going to do is just put a Chat GPT, open a Chat GPT, I'll just make a prompt out of Chat GPT. Hey, you know what, I got a data, this is an Excel file of my students report. I've got 200 students in class 12th B, and I want to analyze the data. But are you sure that Chat GPT is going to do the right job? Because it might throw analysis. Thank you. I'll complete this and come back. So this is something that we have done. We don't rely on whatever the world is throwing to us, Chat GPT. But we actually go beyond that and explore. You know what? This is not Chat GPT which is alone, which is the LLM. If you really see the biggest repository of LLM, it's known as Hugging Face. You can Google Hugging Face. There are more than 1 million LLMs that are going to come. I think there are already more than 20,000 LLMs that have already come up. They're like all Chat GPT. So if we have to create a stack for you, we might use some other LLM for student, some other LLM for tech. This is something that is unique with respect to us. So I'll continue my presentation. Our tagline is innovate, elevate, and automate, and we work for all the software solutions. Even we have started working for non-educational client also. We have pharma companies associated with us, both in India and Dubai. Can you go to the next slide? This is not working. So we are a very lean team of 25. 20 of them are software engineers and 5 of them are product managers. We don't have any sales or marketing. We are the tech guys who are talking about everything. We believe we can just understand your problem and sometimes just solve it on the go. And we have tested all our softwares like EPJ Group all over across the India, which is basically 16 schools and 10 higher education institutes. They have partnered with us and we have created their entire software right from the ground to where they are right now. They have all the mobile apps that they need for students and teachers. They have got all the CRMs, they've got all the ERPs and all the softwares that we have developed. They have used it ritually and they have been asking us to build more, but we're trying to harmonize where we need to go right now. Beyond APJ, we have also worked with edtech companies like AI training company based out of Dubai, an Indian training company that works for foreign education and counseling. We are very new in the field as compared to other companies which would have 15, 20 years. We are very transparent. We just started like last year and we built the product, but these products have been like, we have been doing a pilot run with APJ Group for more than like 2 to 3 years, but we came out as a company last year itself. And now we are actually taking it beyond what we have done to groups beyond where currently we have been partnered with. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is not working. So there are 4 product platforms which are like the core native to our Cadence Infotech stack. The first core platform is a learning management system, and this we have built on the base of a technology called Moodle. I think everybody would have somewhere heard this name Moodle. IIT Mumbai was the first institute to adopt Moodle in India, and Moodle is such an amazing technology that you can build a lot of product over Moodle. So you don't have to literally code a learning management solution from scratch. What we have done is we have used Moodle as a chassis and we have built a software which doesn't look like Moodle. It's a completely different layer altogether. As I was saying, presentation layer is really important in software. And if you focus a lot on design and customization, our platform has Moodle as well as non-Moodle backend depending upon the client's requirement. The second thing which we believe is really important is a fees and billing solution. For an ERP, you definitely need to have a robust fees and billing solution, which means students should always get automated fees reminders. They should get links which really work 100% of the time. You should get financial reports which are reconciled with the bank and they should be live tracked with you so that you know that the money has been hit into account, so that you don't send a failure payment reminder to a parent, which would be a little bit of weird thing to do. And you can also generate a lot of analytics reports basis like a school principal might just need a report of how many students haven't paid the bill, and accountant might need a different thing. So we've worked out a detailed software on that. Third thing is the complete ERP. So no, please stay on that previous slide. Complete ERP suite. We call it as Learning Enterprise Solution, and that is what I was talking about, the Lego block approach. So you can actually pick up our LMS, you can pick up our fees and billing solution. We have already created an ERP. You can keep on adding softwares as and when you want. Whatever you don't require, we don't actually do it, and of course we don't bill it. So that is how we actually launch ERP. As I was saying, we also have built alternate softwares, which some of them were like unheard, like a teacher interview panel system we just built like a year ago, and it's been running smoothly across APJ. And we have also created internal workflow systems, because in a school also at times actually run at times I shouldn't use at times, most of the times it also runs as a business. Like you have to have a business ecosystem to your school and an institute, which means there will be a lot of tasks which can be automated, a lot of tasks where we can add value by just doing workflow automation, be it an approval management system, be it an ordering system, be it also an inventory management system. You need all the digitalization happening across these operations, and for which we have built something which is an interesting workflow solution. If you're interested, you can actually talk to us outside the stall. And recently we have opened up a branch which specially deal only with custom software development. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is our LMS, Learning Management System. It has got all the core features that every LMS provides. So I won't actually talk about this. Is something very, I would say, common across all the softwares. You can create courses, quizzes, assignments. You can get all the notifications, calendar events, online exams, unproctored. We haven't got into the proctored stage yet. We also have a community management platform. Some of the advanced thing that you can do with us is that we launch a mobile app which is branded for your institute. So it's not that you will have to download a Cadence mobile app on Play Store. We will actually launch the mobile app. We'll actually create your Google account. We'll create your Apple account, and the mobile will be launched on your platform, because we believe that it's your data and you should own that data, and you should own all the students that you have. Who are we to actually get all the students' leads and data? So that is our approach, and we have been very ritual in doing that. We have done that for around 5 clients, and we want to do more of that. All our softwares are white labeled, which means if your school's name is Blueberry, the software is software.blueberry.com. It will never show the name Cadence. And that is something that we really believe it, that school definitely should have their own brand across every interaction that they do with schools, because it adds the premiumness, it adds the seriousness in terms of their commitment towards their software solutions. So we believe in white labeling all the custom domains. The two things that we do unique is basically we also do a custom UI UX. So we, for a project implementation, we assign a designer with you, which works with you for around 10 to 15 days, and they customize the design according to your school's brand language. You might need a different color, you might need a different font, we do all that. And if you want a Gen AI, we add that particular use case that you have for Gen AI, and that's how we package the entire learning management solution. Can we go to the next slide? Similar thing for the fees and billing solution. All the core features, you can generate your bills, automated fines, fines and reporting, scholarships, whatever fee category you want to introduce, you can do that. Advanced reports, bank reconciliation, something that we have literally worked for like, I think 7 to 8 months, and now we have perfected this technology. So you can attach the report that a bank gives you, and they usually give in a form of an Excel. You just need to attach that report in our software, and our software automatically reconcile and tell you that these records are matching with the backend records that you have been dealing with our software, which means every payment is recorded in live. Every payment is also recorded that in a way that you can actually get a tracking from bank on a live mode. So there is not even a T+1 delay. Recently, we worked out a partnership with HDFC where we have like a 5 minutes delay in terms of capturing payment. Instead of normally T+1 or T+2 days that you see that, you get a next day settlement. But we have now worked it that, hey, you know what, our clients wanted live, because they don't want to send reminders to the parents that you haven't paid the fees. And parents say, oh, no, मैंने तो अभी 11:30 बजे ही पे किया था. And you're like, okay, but मेरे अकाउंट में आया नहीं है. We are like 11:30 पे किया, 11:35 पे आपके अकाउंट में आ गया. And this is something that उसके बाद every parent was paying it online, because, and then mobile app के बाद every parent was just paying it with the Google Pay. So we understood that problem, that this is like little nuances that parents really need, schools really need, and we worked on it. Next slide, please. Alternate softwares. So we have made a software which is admission tracking and CRM. So the way we have approached this entire software layer is that we have approached it in a way that student journey is actually tracked in a school and a college ecosystem. So how does the student learning, how student journey go about? So first step is, of course, that you have to approach the student from your website or a link that you generate for admission. So we start from there. We give you an admission forms directly on your website, which is basically tracked by an admission management system. I can say the name of the competitor because it's no paper form. Everyone knows that. So no paper form type of technology where no paper form does that admission form management and all. And we did that also, similar thing, plus some added layer of AI. A student comes in a no paper form sort of a layer from a CRM, and then it automatically flows into the fees and billing solution. So the way it comes is the student just get first SMS, hey, you know what, you have been admitted to our school. And the second SMS they get is that, you know what, this is the fees that you have to pay. Third SMS they get, this is your login ID and password. Go and download the app. They download the app, they pay the fees. Fourth SMS they get is, here is your login ID and password for the courses. And they directly get into the courses portal, and everything is being created seamlessly. So there's no manual intervention. We actually make sure that we create a data lake for you starting from the beginning, and the data lake stays with you. Of course, since it is white label, so the entire data is yours. So this is how the journey goes for admission tracking in CRM. We did create a job board creation software, which was a requirement for higher ed. So in higher ed, it works like a sort of like a semi-recruitment where you have a placement officer who is going to talk to a lot of companies that, there are pass outs coming out, and if you want to talk about jobs and all. So we created a job board platform for each institute. So for example, if you have an XYZ institute, you can create a platform in which your alumni can get registered, and they can share jobs across that platform. And you can, as an admin, also track how many students have been placed, and you can also track at what conversation your students are with the hiring manager or a hiring company. That was a special use case, but this is currently being used by 7 to 8 clients already. Then we have also done Survey Makers. Like it's a unique feedback analysis tool. It's not like SurveyMonkey because that is very sort of like a cross-industry platform. So we created a survey tool which is especially designed only for the education purposes. So we also created this software in a way that you can also take assessments for your students, and you can also do psychometric tests and psychometric assessment and understand what are the things your students are actually going by. I already spoke about teacher interview panel software. I'm actually talking about it a lot because I really made it passionately, and this is something that never existed, and we made it from the ground up. So excuse me if I actually said a lot of things about that. We also did a ticketing solution. Normally people have been using Zendesk. Sometimes when you use a software, you buy a software looking at the features that, hey, you know what, this has got like 40 features, let's just buy it. But we don't do that. We say that you just need 5 features. Why are you buying like an elephant when you're just going to, you're happy with just riding a horse? So that is how we have built the ticketing system. It's exclusively built only for the education business. So the kind of tickets that come, the kind of workflow rules that you have to generate. For a teacher, there's a different role for a ticket. For an admission manager, it will be different. For an accountant, it will be different. For your IT team, it would be different. So that is basically developed for an education sort of an ecosystem. And thank you. I had 10 minutes. I was told that I only have 10 minutes. So that was just a brief about Cadence Infotech. And it'd be great if you guys can actually come outside and visit our stalls, and you want to talk about something, happy to do that. Thank you so much.